All right, my friends, for our word problem today, I have a fun story to tell you about Michael. Our story's about Michael today. I want you to get a picture of this story in your mind as I tell it to you. Really try to imagine what Michael is doing in this story. So, Michael in this story went apple picking, which is perfect. It's the perfect time of year for picking apples. And Michael picked 7 apples from a tree and he put them in a basket he was carrying. So I can imagine Michael picking 1 apple and putting it in, and 2 apples and putting it in, and he picked 7 all together and put them in his basket. But then the strangest, funniest thing happened to Michael. You're not going to believe it. 2 apples fell straight out of the tree and plopped right into Michael's basket. And then Michael thought to himself and wanted to know, well, how many apples do I have in my basket now? It's such a fun story. I'm going to show you our math story written down now, boys and girls. And as I do, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to get a picture in your mind, just like this little girl is getting a picture in her mind. I'm going to read it to you, but you're going to close your eyes and get a picture just like we just got a picture in our mind right now when I told you that story about Michael. So go ahead and close your eyes, friends, and get a picture of this in your mind as I read it to you. Michael went apple picking. He picked 7 apples and put them in his basket. 2 more apples fell out of the tree and right into his basket. How many apples does he have in his basket now? Okay, open your eyes, my friends, and I'm going to hide our word problem. And I have a question for you. I'm looking for a brave hand to tell us, what is our math story about today? And here an exemplar response would be, Michael was picking some apples. He picked 7 and put them in his basket, and 2 more fell right into his basket. So this is an opportunity for students to share in their own words what's happening in the story. And it's really just a way for them to comprehend the story before they dive into the mathematics of it. As you start doing this with your students, you likely will want to call in a student who you have a fairly good idea will be able to retell that story pretty well. Okay. All right, my friends, good job. Now I'm going to read one more time and help me find our numbers, our important numbers, and make sure we understand what the question is asking. Okay, here we go. Just watch me, friends, as I find our important numbers here. So I know Michael was picking apples, and he picked 7 apples and put them in his basket, but then 2 more fell from the tree. And after that happened, Michael wants to know, we want to help figure out, how many apples does he have in his basket now? Okay, my friends, now it is your turn to draw. We did such a good job reading and getting a picture in our mind. And now I'm going to give you 3 minutes to do your best to draw a picture that can help you solve this problem. There's lots of different strategies you can use and ways you can draw. I want you to use one that makes sense to you. 3 minutes are on my timer. You can start now. And I'd have this work time, try to make it mostly quiet so that kids can really focus on drawing here. Students at home can draw on their whiteboard, obviously, if they have their whiteboard, or they can just draw on a plain piece of paper. And just a quick side, they don't need to write down the problem. So all students are doing on their paper is their drawing. Once those 3 minutes are up, you'll want to have students not show you their drawing until everyone has had a chance, or most kids have had a chance to finish. So you'll say, hide your drawing, boys and girls. I'm going to have you show me on 3 when we're all done. And if students finish early, you can direct them here, just like you did in your lesson, which was really good. If you finish your drawing, try to write a number sentence, or try to draw a different way, try to use a different strategy. So if kids are finishing early here, you can redirect them that way. And then you'll say 1, 2, 3, show me, and show your kids how to hold up their drawing so you can see it really clearly. And you can kind of scan then. You won't be able to scan all your kids, but you'll scan And what you'll be looking for is a range of strategies that students used here to solve so that you can model and share about two, I'd aim for two different strategies. You'll want to plan out in advance, and I'll show you. So here's my kind of advanced plan of what strategies I would hope to see or want to demonstrate for this problem. Both of these focus on counting on, which is the whole purpose of this problem. And so I would want to make sure as I'm modeling these that I'm also demonstrating how to count on. You can go in with your plan of what you want to see, and then if a student shows you a different strategy, then great, you can choose that one to share as well, but definitely start with a plan of what you want to share. And if you don't see a student do that strategy, no problem, you can just say, I want to show you one of my strategies today too.